Everybody, so before you do anything, first you have to switch on. This is the BSL2 hood. So switch on the flow and then switch on the lights, and then you lift the hood. Not before like switching on the flow. Otherwise you can have a contamination. Now the hood is getting ready. In the meantime, you take it out the media. So this is like a complete DMEM media we have, and this is a 4-degree, for keeping reagents and all. At the same time, here is the water bath. So this is like a, can you just move around? So this is like a almost controlled cell culture environment. It's a BSL2 facility. So we have like, this is CO2 incubators where the cells are kept. This is a laminar, not a laminar, BSL2 hood facility. And this is a 37-degree bath where you just want to little bit warm up your media before you put. Our media is medium is getting warmer. We want to now clean the hood before you proceed anything. So there is a aseptic cleaning solutions. Either you can have 70% ethanol or other commercial solutions are available. You spread it out very nicely. Then you have everything now has to be under the hood. So you take a tissue and then wipe it out properly. Every corners you want to wipe properly so that although this hood walls are there clean, so we are not extensively cleaning. And always keep your hands sterile because you never know where from you will get the contamination. Now come here. This is the culture where our adherent cultures are there. This is a monolayer culture. This is a single cell suspension which has been grown into monolayer. Now I will show you the splitting of this, what we call as a subculturing. So our culture has grown to confluence, and that will be subculture. So we have taken out this culture. So this is we are growing in a petri dish, but if this is a treated one, so that the culture actually the basal layer is the bottom is treated, so that culture goes and adheres there. If you don't have treatment done, then your culture might not adhere and it will keep in suspension. Now we want to observe under the microscope. So this is a light microscope simply. So if you see inverted light microscope. So here we will try to see, although I don't know if the phone can capture that, but try to look under the microscope how it looks, how the cell looks like. You might be lucky. Yes, here it is. So this is the C33A cervical cancer cell. So this is how it looks. It was almost confluent, so we have to subculture, otherwise the cells will die because almost the media is exhausted. Now we have taken the culture inside the, again, like I want to, you have to be very cautious about cleaning your hands because you never know from where you will pick the, and then we also will wipe the plate a little bit, outer rim, so that when you are opening, can you bring the close a little bit so that they can see this? Yeah. So this is like, but don't open it completely. So you want to siphon out the media. Now siphoning the media, we have a vacuum system here. So we are switching on the vacuum. Now this has a vacuum because you don't want to use the pipette like So here, this is serological pipette. This is already a sterile serological pipette. We want to break the upper tip because it has this sealant or a barrier. So we want to remove the barrier because this has to be siphoned. And now we will siphon the whole media from this. Just swirl it so that dead cells are like totally. And this is the monolayer cells grown inside this petri dish. Once you are done, then you are throw in a very secure place. Don't want to mess up here and there. And then you can switch off your vacuum. Don't want to let run vacuum for longer time because the pump can go bad. Now we want to trypsinize, that the matrix and the cell interaction has to be broken. So for that, 0.25% trypsin EDTA we will see. So EDTA is a metal chelator. So if there is a metallic proteins which are like membranous proteins are there, it will destroy those proteins, and trypsin will destroy the other bridges between the cell and the matrix. So we'll just pump 1 ml, and that should be, I think, sufficient.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 1 ml, and then you swirl the plate so that it is properly mixed, and then you have to incubate for 5 to 10 minutes depending, and then you have to keep looking in under the microscope that the monolayer has left the bottom of the matrix or the plate, and once it is done, then it is ready to be subcultured, and I will show you that. Thank you. Now is the time to take it out from the incubator, the cells which were like trypsinized. Almost it's been like 3 to 4 minutes, but I think I see from the naked eye the monolayer has been dispersed. You cannot see from there, but you know, you can see when you are there physically, the cells has left, so there will be like, you know, kind of sliminess inside the petri dish, so you know that cells has left the surface. Once they have left the surface, just either you can add media and transfer that, so you can dilute the trypsin should not have that effect, or otherwise you can add 1 or 2 ml of the media and then pellet the cells to get rid of the like washing kind of. So that's what we will do. So right now we will add like so this is a pipette. You have to, everything is sterile here or autoclave. So you have to be very careful, because if cells are contaminated, then you can land up in a lot of problem. That's not very easy to cure, and then this pipetting and everything has to be done very carefully. So maybe I had just put 1 more ml of the media and harvest the cell into a 1.5 ml tubes. Here it is, 1.5 ml sterile MCT tube, centrifuge tubes. You have to be very careful not to touch the mouth of the tube and all, because then you can land in problem. So you can transfer this just like, you know, pipette up and down a little bit, so that your all the cells are dislodged properly, and here it is. So, and also there will be homogeneous mixture, so when you pellet it, it will have a proper pelletation. So I transfer here in 1.5 ml tube some of the cells, like, you know, and then we can discard this plate, because this plate, so before discarding you have to first kill the cells, because these are cancerous cells. You don't want to throw this in an environment, so we are killing with the 70% ethanol, and then swirl it properly, and then you can keep aside till the time it is getting killed. And then close the tube, and we will now centrifuge this. And this speed we had set for 1000 RPM. You don't want to centrifuge at a very high speed, because then cells can destruct and the nuclear extract can come out, because mammalian cells don't have cell wall, it has only cell membrane. So just we centrifuge at 1000 at room temperature, doesn't matter. So we will wait for 5 minutes, and then I will show you. We had taken out the cells. Now you can see there is a white pellet. So there is a liquid which is supernatant, and then there is a pellet which is the cell. So this was centrifuged at 1000 RPM. So cells are so heavy, you know, these are mammalian cells. In real time you can see the cell pellet. This is whitish kind of. So the cell pellet you see, and then now we will throw the supernatant, resuspend the cell pellet into a media, and then distribute into various other test tubes, or petri dishes or culture flasks to sub-propagate that cells. So that process will be called as subculturing. So here it is, I am siphoning out this supernatant. Open the tube and take out the media carefully, put into separate vessel where you want to actually sterilize that one by or disinfect that one. Now put back 1 ml to 1.5 ml media into this. So I am just putting 1 ml and resuspend the cells very gently. You know, you don't want it too much of pipetting or harsh pipetting you will do, you can disrupt the cells. So gentle pipetting you want to do. And the cells now are ready to be subcultured or transferred or inoculated or seeded back to other cultures. So we will take out the petri dish. So this again, the petri dishes are not bacterial petri dish. These are mammalian, built for mammalian. They are modified for mammalian growth, mammalian culturing, mammalian cell culturing, rather I should say. And they are treated one. So they are a bit expensive. Now I want to put like 10 ml media. So you don't want to subculture this much content, but we want to use the cells for various other activities. So we will go with the 10 ml. But you can subculture into 3 ml or 1 ml or 2 ml, you know, smaller flasks and less medium, if you are just maintaining the cell. But in our case, we are using 10 ml. So here I put it back in the culture flask, and now we have the seeding that culture, inoculum culture, which we will. So for 10 ml, based on the number of cells you have, you can go up to 40,000, 50,000 to almost like 100,000 inoculum. That it depends on how fast you want the cells to grow and downstream processing, what will be your try. If you want to transfect and all, then you want to go at high number because cells could easily catch up and will be ready to be transfected. But if you are just subculturing, then you can go low number so that cells will be healthy and less dead cells will be there. And then swirl this, and of course you want to label, because otherwise you won't know what they are, because there will be piles of cultures and your culture will be lost. So here it is, we are naming what the cell is. This is a C33A, that is cervical cancer cell line, which is non-HPV infected. We'll write the date, which is today is 18 September 2020, and then this is ready to be put inside the CO2 incubator. Now this is the CO2 incubator, and we will safely put inside the incubator. Now this incubator has a humidity control, so almost like 90%, more than 90% humidity with 5% CO2 purge and 37 degrees Celsius with a vibrational control, so it doesn't vibrate, otherwise cells adherence will be in trouble. So this is whole process I told you in short, that is subculturing. The same way you can maintain a lot of other cells. So this is the C33A, which is cervical cancer cells. We also maintain other HPV cell lines, that is HeLa and SIHA. Same way people grow fibroblast and others. So this is what called as a adherent cell culturing and subculturing system, where your monolayer is grown and then subcultured, and then you can go for transfection, you can go for various protein isolation, whatever your need is. Thank you so much.